Azul Chaos, back with another episode of Planetary Survival. I'm going to show you what I've been working on here. And this is I got another solar panel as I wanted to use a rotor here to spin these things, these sections of 50 panels each. And I had to do it on a new one because I could not connect the rotor up to this one, so I'll end up grinding most of this down and redoing it, putting a rotor on this side. I have the control panel here to see if I had the rotor working properly, so we can go to the rotor. And we can spin this by changing the velocity, which is mega fast, mega slow. I probably end up breaking things, as you can see in the background. I can change the direction, the speed, the rotation, the angle. Now I don't have a thing to stop it on the hotbar, so I have to go in here and change that. So let's get back the other direction. And then to stop it, you guys right click. It sets at 0. So we don't have quite enough angle on it yet, so I'm just going to spin it manually with our rotor here. And we want to go that direction a little bit. And I haven't figured out how to make it slow enough because I want this to rotate as the sun comes up. But I haven't got around to it, but let's go ahead and weld some of these up now that the sun's coming up, and our welder here should be full now. Seems like we're lagging a bit. Just a little bit there. Now we got 150 solar cells in each one of these. Are they full? Probably not, but it should give us enough to weld up what we need. And I almost did a mistake. There we go. So over this direction, it looks like we're having a lot of frame drop, probably because all the shadows from these mega things that have a lot of metal grids in them and stuff. So let's weld some of these solar panels up. Oh, I had the wrong one equipped. Let me flatten this out so it doesn't eat up the power. Yep. There's a mistake again. So let's see here. I don't have any steel plates, do I? No, I don't. Can't believe I just did that, to be honest. As I was clicking the button, I'm like, I bet you have the grinder on. I'm not liking the way they have these auto flip. I mean, it's nice, but once you get them lined up, you don't want them to flip half the time. So now those are back in there, and make sure welders is selected. It is. So let's get up there and start welding. And soak up some of that sun. See, they flipped. Upside down, I believe. So let's weld a bunch of these up. Hopefully those green bars are on the other side. They should be on the other side as well. Okay, I was just some of their textures don't seem to be rendering properly. Alright guys, I think that's a little bit, I think that's it for now for the welding up of the solar panels. As it looks like there's an issue with the new update that they did with the batteries. So I'll try to explain what's going on with these batteries at the moment, or at least the power situation before. As you know, I don't have these checked. Now, in my theory, what should be happening right now is the battery should be discharging whatever it is to take. This is how it should work. Power in general. Because batteries are like capacitors and circuits. So if we have a reactor, our main power source should be used up. Once our main power source is being used up, the batteries should take over if we need more power. Should give us more oomph. Now, that's if they're recharged. Now, another theory is we could have the current going in. So basically you could say that a reactor has 15 megawatts of current. And if you want more power, you can put batteries in series with our reactor or whatever. And then what ends up happening is so these can produce 4.32 megawatt outputs. So these can discharge at a rate of 4.32 megawatts. That's why on our power usage over here scale, our little meter over there, under there is our reactors, our power. Now I only have 15 megawatts of reactor power. And because of our batteries, we have 53 megawatts worth of output, maximum output. But the problem right now is we're using about 20% of 53. It should either be pulling it all from the batteries and recharging, or pulling what it needs from the reactor and pulls it from the batteries. If it pulls it from the reactor, then we won't need to charge with the batteries. The batteries start draining less. But if we drain the batteries all the way, I mean, we're only discharging at 1.1 megawatts. So we only have 9 batteries. So we should have over 1 current input of the reactor should be trying to charge these batteries at all times, no matter what. Or you use the reactor power. But it looks like it's not doing neither. It's doing something crazy. Because our reactor it's not even charging our batteries. Our batteries need to recharge. But for some reason it's not telling the reactor to output the necessary power to recharge our batteries. Which this should be maxed out because we don't have enough power. So once we pull down 14 megawatts, we should always be in our battery storage. We should always be outputting 14 megawatts from our reactor, but for some reason it's not happening. They must have broke it as they did an update, or they decided to change it for unknown reason. But our reactor should be putting out 15 megawatts and our batteries should be putting out our 4 whatever. And then if we're not using all of our power usage, then the reactor should actually be charging our batteries. There should be no need for needing to wait for this reactor to recharge batteries to stay safe. That's my 2 cents on that right now. So now basically what I got to do, I only have like 9 minutes of flying time left. So now we have to actually hit the recharge button in order for our batteries to completely recharge. Now the reactor on here should be pulling close to 15. It's probably because all these other ones are pulling the same. But here, let me go fly this onto the ground real quick and just use our stuff as an example. I broke the landing gear off a long time ago. Again. So now I should throw these batteries into recharge. Now the reactor should be putting out max power, which it is. And it should be 15. I don't know why it's not 15, but Now our battery should be pulling in as much as it's going to give. That's our current input. We have 9 batteries. It should be pulling in more than that. But we have thrust. So if we take the thrusters off, that should be pulling in everything it can, yes. Because we had thrusters on, it was sucking up some of the juice from the reactor, which is fine. But when you have the batteries discharging and charging at the same rate, turn our dampers on so we don't crash. But my opinion, the battery should always be charging, and the reactors should always be putting out. This reactor should be putting out 14 megawatts, and it's not. I don't know why. Apparently, it can't power the thrusters and charge the batteries at the same time. But that's my 2 cents. So now my fly time is always saying my ship is low, and I'm gonna have to wait until these batteries fully charged for me to safely fly around, which is unneeded since I need so much inventory space and so much weight on my ships that I don't know if they decide to do it on purpose or not, but that's my 2 cents. And gonna hop out there and recharge, make sure these are recharging, because they don't fully charge unless you have them recharged. I don't know why. Let me grab some more hydrogen. I know I'm almost out. Come on. So we got more hydrogen. Let's go take a look at our solar panels here. Our sun's kind of dipped a different direction now, so these should be losing their effectiveness. Now we should rotate this. Let's see which direction. Not that direction. Negative direction. Stop it there for a moment. Nope, we need to go more. We need to pretty much go right about here now, as that's the most effective. And bam. I would like for this motor to continuously rotate, but I don't know if I can get it slow enough for the sun. Maybe script-wise I can get it to, have a timer block to rotate this, for like a second or something. I don't know if there's a script out there for that, but I could probably take a look into it and see if there is, or hell, maybe I can take a look and try scripting myself, even though I'm not a scripter. I can learn pretty good, so gonna call it pretty much right here for this episode. It's probably gonna be a lot of time lapse here, but gonna wait for my. Pretty much all we gotta do is wait for that to load up or recharge now because of the new setup, and got a solar panel grid here, 5 megawatts. We have enough to do these, so we'll have 10 megawatts of solar panels soon, and they'll be good. Once that's all done, I'll fix this side and do that all up, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. Take care.